Good day, fellas. I hope you are ready for your daily dose of skill with 113. I must admit I haven't played with this mother trucker for a very long time. The last video was back in 2023 October night, so quite some time passed. Tank itself is quite similar to 430U, although weaker armor-wise, right? Or let's say, fine, we can call it equal armor-wise, but this is a heavy tank, Chinese heavy, right? With couple of the cupolas, it can obviously be penetrated frontally. If you met someone with a gold shells, you have no armor whatsoever, right? It is important thing to say. Also, big fat thanks for every and each patron who made the decision to join the patron unit and support the index and me more. Thank you very much, fellas. I appreciate you. And if you are not aware of that, what it does, whenever you're subscribing to the patron, right, you're connecting your account, you do not see pesky ads, and ads are helping to keep the lights on where the index page goes, right? Meanwhile, calendar, if you are into the drops, fellas, click on the calendar. You can check out when drops are working, which channels are having the drops, and what you can get, right? It's very important thing to say. Okay, let's talk 113. One more thing what I forgot to say in the intro is 113 is a collector's vehicle, so you need to search for this vehicle in collector vehicles. Click on the tech tree and you will see the chain icon. Click on the chain icon and you will see how you can get it. Also, there is 113 Beijing Opera. It's pretty much the same thing, and I really want to highlight that, right? That being said, alpha damage 440, 249 millimeters of penetration, 950 shell velocity, that's great. If you are loading gold, it's even better. 340 millimeters of penetration and 950 shell velocity as well, which is pretty nice. And if you are looking into the high explosive ammunition, same shell velocity, 68 millimeters of penetration and 530 alpha damage. So it's great to slap the living crap out of the favas, grilles, waffles, whatever you can find and whatever you can slap, right? That's what you want to see and that's what you want to do. Meanwhile, Mr. Toro, how are you doing this fine day? Okay, beautiful. Now, what do we want to do in this situation? We want to play hold down to the best of our ability, right? And we want to make sure that enemies would regret their life choices, right? 113 is good for one reason, that you are arriving into position relatively early and you can slap the living crap out of everyone in this way. This is definitely one of the selling points of the tank. Or sometimes, how do I like to play with this vehicle? I truly enjoy to play with this tank like a medium tank, right? Just making a decision to go into the medium line, and then we are having a party with the mediums. And since it is a heavy tank or lightly armored heavy tank, then you have some sort of advantage whenever you are slapping leopards, right? Because you do not really need to aim for that, do you? Right? Okay. What do we want to do? We are not going to caco our pants. We are going to go in. We are going in, fellas. That's what we are doing. Hopefully our mouse will join us as well. No, Mr. Mouse, don't be afraid. Everything is fine. Life is beautiful, mouse. Hee-ha! Yes, indeed. Mouse is joining the party and we are having the best time ever over there. Not a big surprise. Luckily, mouse realized that and that's fine. I definitely misaimed this one. I cannot complain about this. This is definitely my responsibility. That's okay. Bad aim can happen and I am going to be completely fine, even though I misaimed. Meanwhile, can we slap the living crap out of this M103? This is the question. I kind of want to go for him, and in the same time I do not want to go for him. You know what? I made my decision. I don't care about the side anymore. No, but skill. Why? Well, the answer is very simple. There is not that many hit points left and we have plenty of the guns to secure this side, so we just do not care. At this point, we will try to get involved against the Fava or against whoever else would make a decision to make a bit of pressure this way, right? Maybe this T-54 will make a mistake, you never know, right? That's what we have. Let's see. I always found, by the way, this tank not the finest tank in the world of tanks. I understand how you should play with this tank, right? I truly understand this. I get it. That is completely all right, right? But I am just going to be honest, and I'm going to say that it's not the easiest tank for me to play with, right? Sure thing, that's great. We found the Fava who made a humongous mistake. He completely messed this up, right? That's great. So we can slap the living crap out of him. But overall, playing with this tank is just simply difficult. Honestly, it truly is. You need to know what you are doing since you are medium heavy hybrid, right? But if you know what you are doing, if you are doing everything properly, you are going to have pretty okay time. At least that's what I want to believe, right? I have no doubts whatsoever that we have some folks who truly enjoy playing with this vehicle as well. Meanwhile, Fava, I don't really care. Now we have a bit of the more issues over there. As you can see, Mr. Cobra and Artas. Not exactly what I've been looking for, but that's what I have. Luckily, Cobra did not penetrate one, but in the end of the day, he slaughtered me. I'm not a big surprise, it's okay. 3-8 result, I am accepting this. This is typical World of Tanks nowadays, and I'm not even bothering to think anything else, right? And I must admit that this side lost, which is quite weird, because I thought our boys are winning, but that was a bad decision by me. It's okay. Score-wise, everything is fine. Let's see the score. Would you look at that? We are back. Unfortunately, we haven't won, but hey, I'm happy with the result. 5.4 thousand damage, 300 assisting damage, high caliber. We got quite a bit of use, at least I cannot complain about this. First by experience, first by the damage, and 13,000 profits, even though we fired quite a bit of the gold ammunition. Not bad, fellas, not bad. Okay, round number 2, Siegfried Line standard battle. This is going to be a hard one, and I can tell you exactly why. Do you see can opener? If can opener will sit hold down, he will slap the living crap out of me, and I will forget my name. So this is going to be a rough fight, I can tell you that much. I could try to play somewhere around this area, but it would be also difficult. I do not know what to do here. This setup is heavily based on the medium tanks, as you can see that yourself. So you know what? Let's try to play something unusual, at least for my style, right? That's what we can do. Let's take this position. We have a bit of the armor, so we should be able to sustain some bounces, right? Or I suppose to say some folks won't penetrate us, so we should be feeling pretty okay. Nice. This is where I want to play. I am very, very well aware of the art. I get the point. Trust me, I understand that the clicker most likely is sitting somewhere over there. And if he is, well, then it's not going to be too pleasant of the experience. But other than that, we are just enjoying ourselves. That's what I said. If can opener would sit over there, I would have loads of problems to deal with enemies. So I prefer not to do that for obvious reasons. And to be fair with you, I do not really want to make a hardcore pressure here either yet, okay? There is literally 12 tanks that never been spotted, so I'm just simply enjoying the view and just having a great time at this point in time. I really do not want to be too aggressive. Not worth it. Okay, if enemy Manticore would get slaughtered, we could start moving up front. But once again, we need to keep this in mind that they have many, many sniper schnitzels there in the back. Oh wow, would you look at that, fellas. STB, what a cheeky mother trucker. Wow, that is impressive. I mean, we can still see his cupola, that's completely fine. But in the same time, as you can see, STB just hit our cupola without bigger problems whatsoever. Definitely not ideal start, but that's what we have and that's what we need to live with. Now, the question is, will this STB try to cross like this? Do I want to make a bit of pressure here up front? But yes, as you can see, I could easily guess that medium tanks are sitting on the field and this is hard to make pressure. I knew that this game is going to be very, very difficult, fellas. I definitely knew that the game will be difficult. It's okay. I'm not feeling too bad about that, to be fair with you. I'm feeling kind of alright. Meanwhile, we are getting spotted. Udes may hit us in the side. Leopard did, so Leo is sniping from the other side. There is STB as well. Yeah, that's bloody horrible. Okay. This is very, very, very bad. I do not like to play in this position. I never did, and there's a reason why I play here very, very rarely. I know that some folks can make it work. It doesn't fit my playstyle, right? So that being said, I just sacrificed 50% of the hit points, and I have done literally zero, which is sad. But there is nothing what I can change about this. There is nothing what I could do, and I am just becoming impatient, right? And what impatience brings to us, impatience brings bad score. We are losing the hit points, and it's just simply horrible. So instead of playing in this position, which I really dislike with a passion, we are going to completely relocate to this side, and even though I'm a heavy tank, I will try to think out of the box. Once again, where 113 goes, it's not an easy tank to make it work. I know that there is plenty of the folks who doesn't enjoy playing with this tank, and most likely I'm one of those, right? Just not my tank. Just not my tank. We need to use our gun. We need to use our speed, and we need to use our lackluster armor to get maximum benefits of this. This is rough. This is definitely rough. So, how we could get involved, this is the question. First things first, I want to take this typical position over there, and now I'm pretty sure I should have a decent enough angle to slap enemies whenever they are peeking here. But you know what is the problem? The problem is there is a big chance that they won't peek here. They won't peek here because they are losing the game by the huge margin. Ay. How to make it work? How to make it work? Almighty Jack Pizza, that's good, beautiful angle and beautiful shot. This mother trucker just fired. It changes absolutely nothing, to be fair with you, and we are looking towards the Progetto. Luckily for us, Progetto is making a hardcore pressure here up front, and he is thinking that he's doing the absolutely amazing job, and he did. He got a ticket straight to the garage. Now, Almighty Jack Pizza is a dangerous tank for us to deal with. I can tell you that much. This is a very, very, very dangerous tank. Obviously, we are not going to give up. We will try to do our best. But this is a bit of the struggle. Unless he will mess up and unless he would be a tiny touch more aggressive. There is one tank who never been spotted, and it is a Starva, and we need to find a way how we could slaughter this guy, right? That's what we are looking for, and that's what we need. Beautiful, we are just simply trying to cross through the open field right there. If the object shooting hits, he would have extremely hard time hitting us. So we are kind of alright, all of them are melting, and now the time to shine for us. Beautiful, beautiful shot towards this to be, so we gave him the tip back which he left before into our cupola, right? And now all we need to do, we need to get into the decent position to get as much as we physically and possibly can from the folks playing on the field. Yeah, that was a rough game. You know, I don't look into this tank as a fully functioning heavy tank. For me, it is a hybrid between the medium tank and heavy tank. To the certain extent, same way as 430U is, although believe me or not, I trust 430U armor significantly more, okay? I really want to highlight that. Anyways, we are fine, we are making quite a bit of pressure right there, that's okay. We are going for another shot, beautiful, and this game was significantly harder, but it's not over yet. I believe we still have a pretty big chance to get a couple of extra shots, unless this T62A would go out and he would make a huge mistake, right? There is a still possibility for that, fellas. There is definitely a possibility for that. And would you look at that, our Centurion has a decent enough angle to slap him. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Unfortunately, it is a game over. Barely, fellas, barely scratching the 4,000 mark, not even that much. Yeah, this is a difficult tank. I definitely need to play significantly more with this to get used for a playstyle, but that's okay. I am looking into this as a challenge, and we are going to get the most use out of this, right? Very, very, very difficult tank. By the way, it is rated average in the index page, and by the community it is rated 3.3, so about right. 2.6 thousand damage, 1.1 thousand assisting damage, definitely not the game I would be proud of. We are 5th by experience, we are 5th by the damage, bad game overall for a heavy tank. Next. Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. We are playing on Tundra standard battle. And if you would pay attention, what do we have? We have a setup which is very, very heavy, right? So there is no heavy tanks, there is no light tanks, so we can try to challenge the hill because we are fast mother truckers, right? That's what we can do. Is it the best decision in the world of tanks? Soon we are going to figure this out, right? Because I kind of want to commit for it, and I kind of want to go on top of the hill together with Leo and 140. Or at least that's what I think our boys are thinking about doing, right? The speed of this tank, as you can see, is definitely alright for a heavy tank. We can push in front. Oh, our Leo gave up. He is paranoid to go up. Not exactly what we are looking for, but that's okay. I mean, we are arriving at the same time as 140 does. Unfortunately, we missed the shot, which sucks. But let it be, I do not really mind. I really want to cross. It is very important. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We crossed. We lost half of the hit points, but now we will make enemy gaming experience a bloody nightmare, okay? This is the whole point why we made a decision to cross like this, right? Even though we are going to sacrifice quite a bit of the hit points, in the same time we are going to annoy enemies to the maximum as well, right? In the end of the day, that's the most important thing. In the end of the day, this is the most important thing, fellas. Meanwhile, there is a beautiful almighty Jack Pizda sitting in the open field, so we are saying hello for him. And we are going to be slapping this side, fellas. My goal is very, very, very simple. If I have an angle for 114 SP2 or for Jack Pizda, I'm going to make sure to get maximum advantage of that, right? That's all we need to do in this type of situation. Progetto is taking one for the team right there. I mean, he's trying to run, and I definitely respect that, but I don't really think he's going to get any use from this. How we can spot this 114 SP2? Okay, he's going through the open field. That's great. Excellent, fellas. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Another sniper schnitzel Hori. There is also Jack Pizda in the open field. Beautiful shot, even though I misaimed. Luckily, RNG was with us, which is quite good, right? Hori is rough. Okay, we need to keep this in mind, fellas. That Hori can penetrate us into the face without any questions asked. Unfortunately, we do not have the best gun depression, so playing over there is going to be as well pretty difficult and pretty hard. We have E100 waiting here around the corner, and most importantly, we have the enemies trying to make quite a bit of pressure over there, and you know what? We do not care. Beautiful. Okay, we are playing hold down to the best of our ability, and we are just simply trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can. Right? As you can see, is a penetration from the enemy side towards our cupola. Heavy tank. Right? But that's okay. We are trying to survive, and we are trying to get as much use as we physically and possibly can here. Beautiful. 60 TP is going on top of the hill. Ay. What an armor, my man. What an armor. Or what an accuracy, I suppose to say. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, that is unfortunate. I would love to say that we would be able to do something in this type of situation. Unfortunately, this is what we have. It's okay. Relax. Take it easy. We are trying to do our best, fellas. We are trying to do our best. And our best wasn't enough. Man, I am struggling with this tank. Yopterarai. I remember this vehicle being one of those tanks whenever I think I went for Mark of Excellence on my 100% account. It was a rough play, and I feel the same way. For me, it is not a great tank, fellas. It's not my style. Unfortunately, I cannot make this tank work as good as I would love to say I would, and as you can see, 2 consecutive games I am just taking some beating. It's okay. Next day we are going to take something what I actually enjoy, and we are going to have significantly better performance, right? And now it is how it is. Let's see the scoreboard, shall we? Whew. We are back. 2.7 thousand damage, 500 assisting damage. Definitely not ideal session, but that's what we have. I thought by taking the hill we are going to be able to slap the living crap out of everyone who is playing near the hill, but little did I knew I was definitely wrong. Anyways, nevertheless, third by experience, third by the damage, 40,000 minus. I missed quite a bit of the shots, but there is nothing what I can change about this. An average performance of the tank is pathetic, 3.5 thousand damage, 600 assisting damage. Definitely not what I love, definitely not what I enjoy, but sometimes it is how it is, and there is nothing what I can change about this. Do I think this tank is outdated, fellas? I do not enjoy this tank for many years, you know? I look into this vehicle and I'm feeling like a cat which has gazillion of the fur in the stomach, and I'm feeling bleh. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's not my tank. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.